The alien princess stared. The human moved first princess. Zara of the Velthrani Empire had never seen creatures like these before. The humans stood in the grand hall of her father's palace with their strange bipedal forms and primitive clothing. Their ship had crashed on Velthar 3 days ago, and now they waited for judgment. The tallest human was a woman with short, brown hair named Katie. She wore a blue uniform with silver markings. That meant nothing to Zara but somehow commanded respect. Behind Katie stood 2 other humans, a woman called Lisa with long red hair and a man named Ryan, who kept his hands near strange metal objects on his belt. "Your Highness," Katie said in broken Velthrani, "we mean no harm to your world." Zara's forearms remained folded across her chest. Her purple skin shimmered in the crystal light of the throne room. 2 golden eyes studied the humans while her third eye, the one in her forehead, stayed closed. She had learned to keep it shut around other species. It frightened them. "Your ship carries weapons," Zara replied in perfect human English. She had studied their languages for years, preparing for this day when the humans would finally reach their space. "Weapons that could destroy cities." Katie stepped forward. The movement was quick but not threatening. Zara noticed how the human's muscles moved under her skin, so different from Velthrani physiology. Humans had only 2 arms, but they seemed to use them with remarkable precision. "Those are defensive weapons only," Katie explained. "We are explorers, not conquerors." Zara's father, Emperor Thane, leaned forward on his massive throne. His 6 arms spread wide in a gesture of dominance. "All species say this when they are caught," he rumbled in his deep voice. The Korthak said the same before they enslaved 12 worlds. The human called Ryan tensed. His hand moved toward his weapon. Zara saw this, and her third eye snapped open, glowing bright silver. The air in the room suddenly felt heavy. Ryan froze mid-motion, unable to move a single muscle. "Ryan, stop," Katie commanded without turning around. Her eyes never left Zara's face. "Put your hands at your sides." Zara blinked, her third eye closed, and Ryan gasped as control returned to his body. He slowly lowered his arms. The princess found herself impressed by Katie's calm leadership. Most species would have panicked when witnessing Velthrani's psychic powers. "Interesting," Zara murmured. "Your subordinate obeys even when faced with unknown danger." "We trust each other," Lisa spoke for the first time. Her voice was steady despite the fear Zara could smell on all 3 humans. "That is what makes us strong." Emperor Thane laughed, a sound like grinding stone. "Trust is weakness. Power is strength." He gestured to the guards lining the walls. Each Velthrani warrior stood 8 feet tall with armor that gleamed like liquid metal. "Observe true power," Katie shook her head. "Power without trust creates only enemies. We have seen many empires fall because their leaders ruled through fear alone." Zara felt a strange stirring in her chest. No one had ever spoken to her father with such quiet confidence. The Emperor's golden eyes flashed with anger. "You dare lecture me, human," he snarled. "I have ruled for 3,000 of your years. I have seen civilizations rise and fall like waves on a shore. And how many of those civilizations fell because they could not adapt?" Katie asked. "Because they relied only on force instead of cooperation." The throne room fell silent. Zara could hear her own hearts beating, all 3 of them. She had never heard anyone challenge her father's philosophy so directly. The strangest part was that Katie's words made sense. "Father," Zara said carefully, "perhaps we should hear more of what they have to say." Emperor Thane's massive head turned toward his daughter. "You would side with these primitives, I would listen to them," Zara replied. "Is that not wisdom?" For a long moment, father and daughter stared at each other. Zara felt the weight of tradition and expectation pressing down on her. But she also felt something new. Curiosity about these strange humans who faced impossible odds with such calm determination. Katie stepped forward again. This time Zara noticed how gracefully the human moved despite having only 2 legs. "Your Highness, we did not come here to challenge your empire. Our ship was damaged by a solar storm. We only seek repairs and safe passage." "And if we refuse?" Zara asked. "Then we will find another way," Katie said simply. "We always do." Ryan and Lisa nodded agreement. Zara saw something in their faces that she had never seen before. Not in Velthrani, not in any of the conquered species. These humans truly believed they could overcome any obstacle. Not through superior firepower or psychic abilities, but through their strange combination of intelligence, teamwork, and stubborn refusal to surrender. Show me, Zara said suddenly. Princess, her father warned. Show me this human adaptability, Zara continued, ignoring Emperor Thane's displeasure. You say you always find a way. Prove it. Katie glanced at her companions. Some silent communication passed between them in seconds. Then Katie nodded. What do you have in mind? Zara smiled, showing teeth like polished pearls. The Maze of Sorrows. No alien has ever completed it. If you can find the center and return with proof, I will personally ensure your ship is repaired and you are given safe passage. Emperor Thane's 4 arms slammed against the throne's armrests. Zara. The maze has claimed the lives of our greatest warriors. Then it should be no challenge for these primitive humans, Zara replied sweetly. Unless they are more dangerous than we thought. Katie's brown eyes met Zara's golden ones. For a moment, princess and human simply studied each other. Zara felt that strange stirring in her chest again. There was something about this human female, a strength that had nothing to do with muscles or weapons. We accept, Katie said. The Maze of Sorrows lay beneath the palace in ancient tunnels carved from living rock. No light penetrated the depths. Strange creatures moved in the darkness, things that had evolved in the endless night below ground. The tunnels shifted and changed, responding to the emotions of those who entered. Fear made the passages narrow and twist back on themselves. Anger created dead ends and false paths. Zara watched from her private viewing chamber as the 3 humans descended into the maze. Crystal screens showed their progress from multiple angles. Emperor Thane stood beside her, confident that the humans would fail within hours. They have no night vision, he observed. No psychic abilities to sense the shifting walls. They are blind and helpless. But as Zara watched, she saw something remarkable. The humans had brought primitive light sources, but they were not stumbling around helplessly. Instead, Katie was marking their path with small metal objects. Ryan kept track of their turns on a simple paper device. Lisa studied the walls and floor for patterns. They are mapping it, Zara whispered. Impossible, her father scoffed. The maze changes constantly. No map can capture its true nature. Yet the humans continued deeper. When the passage split into 3 directions, they did not argue or hesitate. Katie sent Ryan down one path while Lisa took another. Katie herself took the third. They maintained communication using small devices that transmitted their voices. Remarkable, Zara murmured. They divided their forces to cover more ground. Foolish, Emperor Thane corrected. Now they are alone and vulnerable. But Zara noticed something her father missed. The humans were not truly alone. They kept talking to each other constantly, sharing what they found, warning of dangers, offering encouragement. Their voices carried confidence and humor even in the deadly maze. Hours passed. One by one, other species who had attempted the maze had succumbed to fear or exhaustion. The Korthax had lasted 6 hours before turning back. The proud Zenthari had made it 8 hours before their leader went mad from the shifting walls. But the humans kept going. 12 hours, Zara announced as the palace clocks chimed midnight. They have broken the previous record. Emperor Thane said nothing. His golden eyes remained fixed on the screens as Katie's team methodically explored every passage. They had encountered 3 of the maze's guardians, creatures of living shadow that fed on terror. Each time the humans had worked together to drive the creatures back without killing them. They show mercy to the guardians, Zara observed. Why? Because they understand, said a new voice. Both Zara and her father turned. Katie stood in the doorway of the viewing chamber, holding a crystal flower from the maze's center. Ryan and Lisa flanked her, tired but smiling. How? Emperor Thane demanded. The maze should have kept you lost for days. Katie walked forward and placed the crystal flower on a table between father and daughter. Your maze responds to emotion. Fear makes it harder. Anger makes it impossible. But curiosity opens new paths. Curiosity, Zara repeated. Lisa nodded. We were not trying to conquer your maze or defeat it. We were trying to understand it. Every time we approached a guardian with wonder instead of fear, it showed us secrets. The final guardian told us the maze's true purpose, Ryan added. It is not meant to punish or kill. It is meant to teach. Zara looked at the crystal flower. It pulsed with gentle light, beautiful and alien. She had never seen anything like it, though she had lived in this palace her entire life. Teach what? She asked. Katie met her eyes again. That strength without wisdom leads to destruction. That power without compassion creates only enemies. that the greatest victories come not from defeating others but from understanding them. Emperor Thane's massive form trembled with